Welcome to Pubidopolis, Views from a Sports Fan's Perspective. I'm LB, and today we're going to talk about the big game tonight. Yes, the Cleveland Cavaliers will be hosting the Miami Heat, and it will be LeBron James' return to Cleveland. And you can bet those Cleveland fans, all 20,000 of them, will have a decision to tell him about. First of all, this is the biggest, the most hated player that I can remember in my lifetime. I mean, there are other players who have come close to doing things that have made cities mad. Let's start with, say, John Rocker. He talked about all the foreigners and things that were in New York City when he played for the Atlanta Braves, and he actually really rubbed people in the city of New York wrong. And that's not easy to get through. And when he did make his return to New York, he was yelled at, ridiculed, basically hated, but not, he's an out-of-town player who never played for New York, so therefore, you know, you have a certain amount of animosity toward road teams anyway and players on the other team. But in this particular case with LeBron, he's a player who not only grew up in Akron, which is right next door to Cleveland, but also he played there for basically his hometown team, and therefore he thought that, I believe the fans figured that, hey, this guy is really out for our best interest in Cleveland to see our team win a championship. And I'm not saying he wasn't during the time that he was there, but what I'm saying is for a guy to have this big media event that he had, and then for him not to stay with his hometown team and basically stab that city and team in the back and just pull the rug out from under them, this is now the most hated athlete going into a city that hates him more than any player in modern day history, I would say. We can name Ron Artest. When he was with the Pacers, the big fight at the Palace in Detroit, yes, when he made his return in Detroit, probably every time he goes back to Detroit, you know, there's going to be boos. There are going to be people who remember the fight, the big brawl at the Palace. And so therefore, you would say that yes, but he's not losing any sleep over that. I'm sure LeBron did not sleep well last night because he has to be thinking these people could do anything. I mean, he's hated like countries, you know, like North Korea just about. Roger Clemens, let's use him as an example. The deal with Mike Piazza and the Mets and the Yankees, of course, the Mets and Yankees fans don't like each other anyway, so there was just another reason to hate a Yankee player. Roger Clemens just put himself in that when he threw the shattered bat back at Mike Piazza. So yes, they hated him, but yet in a sense they have loved and have hated him because he's still in the same, was still in the same city, and so therefore half the people in the city loved him and half the people in the city hated him. We can go with Michael Vick. We understand, you know, with dogfighting when he came out of prison, there were people protesting in Philadelphia, but yet he never was 100% hated, basically, which is what LeBron basically is, and maybe 96, 94, whatever the percent is, he's hated in Cleveland. In the case with Michael Vick, he was never hated at near that type of level in Philadelphia since he's been there. They don't even hate him back in Atlanta at that kind of level. So therefore, yeah, he's another one. And my last one would be maybe a Roberto Duran. He was kind of hated as a boxer after the No Mas fight with Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, it was a lot of people that wanted to see Sugar Ray beat this guy because a lot of people hated Duran, but at the same time, the hatred, you know, so many people love Duran. Even people who, you know, weren't even great fight fans still had some respect for him. But in this case, there's not a lot of respect in Cleveland for LeBron James.
Sports investing game of the day will be the Miami Heat and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Today's pick is going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers on the money line plus 180. Las Vegas has the money line set at 180. Our stats-based money line shows it should be about 107. That there's a big enough difference to say Vegas is marking this game up 68%. That means that this game is actually 68% higher for the payout than it should be in our perspective. If that's the case and you find games like this throughout the season, similar games to this will give you a 35% return on your investment long term. Thank you for coming to Pubidopolis. We'll be back again tomorrow with views from a sports fan perspective, and we'll see you then. Tell your friends and everyone, again, to check us out